Bridge to Tomorrow by Patrice Peak. Humans create structures to make the environment more suited for their needs. For example, bridges are built because they allow a safer or more convenient way to travel from one place to another. The world has symbolic meaning to humans, so we project our hopes and fears onto the world. For some, bridges can signify health and safety or anxiety or unease. In addition, bridges influence our human experience by surrounding us in our world and in our language. Quotations such as bridges to tomorrow and bridges to discovery and don't burn any bridges. This particular lesson is designed for students in grades 6 through 8 to complete in language arts in order to meet their writing standards as well as technology. Students in groups of 2 will research and present information on bridges according to the types of bridges, the history of bridges, bridge architects, bridge disasters, and the usefulness that humans have for it. The technology tools for this lesson include Lino, Google Cardboard Goggles, which brings in the virtual reality element, Google Docs, and they will be producing a product using Windows Movie Maker or Powtoon. Lino, a digital bulletin board, is used so that the students can ask questions, respond to questions, and make comments about the research and/or the bridges. This website helps foster a sense of communication among the students, where they can receive research tips and information from their peers and not just their teacher. During this part of the lesson, students were given about 2 to 3 minutes just to jot down as many facts and as much information about bridges as they could possibly think of. I realized that they were working on this individually, but as I observed them, it actually generated a lot of conversation because whatever sticky notes a child posted, everybody on that website could see those sticky notes. So it made them think, oh, I didn't think of this, or oh, this made me think of something else. So Lino is a really good site that helps to promote that communication piece just to get the kids interested and engaged in what the topic of the lesson is all about. Once students learned about their topic, each group was assigned a specific bridge that they needed to do some more research on just to find some more information about that particular bridge. This group had the suspension bridge. I gave each group a set of about 2 to 3 websites that would give them information. The students could also conduct their own information as well. Once they generated enough information, they were then informed that they would have to build an essay, create an essay, write an essay. And we used Google Docs. None of the students had ever used Google. Some of them had Google accounts, but had never really delved into the apps that Google has. So we had to set up their accounts. And once I showed the students how to share, how to create, the word that described it was cool. They thought it was neat and awesome that they could all be working on the same paper at the same time, looking at what their partner is writing, making corrections, revising as they do it. They didn't have to wait for one person to write, then they could write. They could do it simultaneously. So the students really enjoyed this aspect because you could see where all students were contributing to the essay. Once the students were finished with their essay actually became their script for the video that they were going to create using either Windows Movie Maker or Powtoon. This group chose to use Windows Movie Maker. They had zero experience, so what I decided to do was I showed them bits and pieces at a time. So first I showed them how to add images, then I allowed them to work. Then I showed them how to add music, so forth and so on. They were really proud of their product. They were more conscious about their work because they knew that their voice, their stamp was on it, and that it was going to be shown to others. So they were constantly asking me questions, constantly trying to find ways to perfect it. So here's a little snippet of their video.
Are the longest type of bridge in the world. They can span 2,000 to 7,000 feet, and that is longer than any other type of bridge. How do suspension bridges work? Most suspension bridges have a truss system under the road to stop from bending and twisting.
Overall, the students seemed to really enjoy Overall, the students seemed to really enjoy the lesson. All of the tools were completely new for them, so it was a more of an exploratory experience to kind of see what else is out there that they can use in their classrooms and for papers or for projects. They said they would love to do this lesson again. They thought the topic was very interesting. They learned a lot about bridges, the different types of bridges. The students were a little hesitant to do the video because it was their first time doing the video, but I think if they were to continue to do it a little bit more, it would make it easier in the future. Reflecting on this, I actually implemented the lesson plan for small groups where technical issues occurred. I know that if this were an entire classroom, I would definitely have to make sure that I planned ahead and anticipated as many problems as I could so that I could address them at the beginning instead of during the lesson. Just seeing how engaged the students were and asking questions definitely makes me want to do this type of lesson again.